revelations from a child abuse investigation inside the Haight family's Enoch home back in 2020 are sparking some sharp reaction amongst Utahns and questions about whether investigators missed some red flags.
The KSL investigators have been pushing for answers. Tonight, Daniela Rivera reports on why one former law enforcer believes the police response in Enoch deserves a second look.
2 years before Michael Haight is believed to have killed his wife, Tasha, their 5 children, and his mother-in-law, records obtained by the KSL investigators show Enoch Police and Utah's Division of Child and Family Services investigated claims against him of child abuse. Eldest daughter Macy telling authorities about several incidents in which her dad's anger turned physical, including a time when he grabbed her around the neck and she feared for her life.
That would be immediate force making the threat. They don't even have to impede the breathing. If he grabs her, that fits the statute to a T of felony child abuse, aggravated assault.
Justin Boardman is a retired Utah detective and now a law enforcement consultant. While acknowledging that we now have the benefit of hindsight, he says parts of the police report are concerning.
The warning signs of a potential homicide in the future are screaming out on this documentation.
According to the report, Enoch Police consulted prosecutors, then closed the case, deciding not to file criminal charges. Since the murders, DCFS has initiated a standard internal review, which involves DCFS regional and state leadership and any other relevant DCFS staff to go over the current case history, any concerns, and discuss whether changes in policy and practices are needed. But police and city officials in Enoch told the KSL investigators they stand by the handling of the case through city manager Rob Dotson. They aren't participating in interviews, and they have no plans for an internal review of the 2020 case. In an email to the KSL investigators, Dotson wrote, after discussing with our legal counsel and the police chief, they believe the information in the press release and the police reports is sufficient, and that case is closed.
Is that the right call?
In my opinion, that is not the right call.
Boardman believes there is always value in looking back, not only for the officers involved, but for the broader community.
So we are learning from our mistakes, and it's not in a finger-pointing sort of way, is very illuminating on the gaps of services and education, and then we can fill in those gaps.
After reviewing the records Enoch Police have released, Boardman said he would recommend additional training for the department on domestic violence, strangulation, and report writing. Mike and Dini.
Daniela, thank you. We want to point out that in that investigation, Enoch Police used something we've told you about before, a lethality assessment program. That's where they ask this list of questions to the victim. And right now, state leaders, lawmakers are trying to make this the standard for law enforcement, though they're still working on the bill. A yes to these first 3 questions, and the protocol will trigger a referral for help automatically. A yes to 4 of the next 7 would be a red flag to police and may trigger next steps. And this last one gives officers discretion if there's anything making the possible victim question their safety. According to the police department's own report, the mother, Tasha, wanted to know what to expect after they interviewed her husband and whether her family would be safe. Remember, if this strikes a chord or you need help, police people are available. 2 numbers to access help available right now, right there on your screen.